Hello, hello, hello. This is the voice, disembodied voice of Darren Locke, and this is the Korg Volca sample. It's a little digital sample sequencer thing. Think of it as a drum machine that you can load your own samples in and play them back. Pick this up in the Amazon Black Friday sale, so I thought I'd give it a go. But the manual was a bit rubbish, so I thought what I would do is I'd do a very quick 10-minute tutorial that you can watch, and then you can go off and create your own beats. So let's play ahead. We'll switch it on, and there we go, Volca sample. So we've already got a beat loaded in there. Now to do your own beats you need to hit the function button. The function button is going to be very important, and I don't know if you can see here it says all, and that means clear. So you've got clear, part, active step, or all. So for this we're going to clear the whole thing. So when we play it now, there is nothing in there. Now there are two ways of putting beats in. You can either play live or do it as like in step mode. So again, whichever you prefer. I'm going to do the live recording version first. Now each of these pads from 1 to 10 has a part on there. So a part is a sample, in this case bass drum, snare, clap, various noises to get us going. So to record, you just hit the record button there and press play, and it will start, and then you can put in your parts individually. So oops, better put the record button back on. So it's as easy as that. So there you go. Now what you could do, like I say, is you can put it into step mode. So again, you need to clear the pattern, which I've just done, hit the function button and hit step mode. And here, if I can remember how to do it, we need to select the parts first. Oops, let me just turn that off and clear what I'm doing. So you need to hit the part that you want, hit the step mode button. Oop, I've gone and loaded something in, silly boy. Let me just edit that. So now we're in step mode, so you can put the bass notes down when you want, and then you can change the part that you're doing by using the part keys up here, and this gives you a bit more control over what you're doing. And so that's how you put everything in there. So that's two ways of creating a loop. And when you've got your loop, you can save it. It's got a number of memory banks to save. And again, what we need to do is press the function and then memory button, and you can choose one of these 10 banks to save in. So I'm going to save it in bank 10 just to be difficult, and it's saved. Again, if you want to load anything back in, you use the memory button, and I'll load in pattern 1. As you can hear, that's pattern 1. But if I wanted to get back the pattern we were working on, I'd pull in pattern 10. As you can hear, it's loaded back in. So that's really, really easy to do. It's easy to remember. Now, you're going to think, well, how do I change things? How do I make the parts use different samples, for example? So what we'll do is come out of step mode. There's the bass drum there, and you can use the sample button to scroll through the various sounds that you've got. So you can very quickly change all the parts very quickly using the sample button. And again, using these you can sculpt the sound that you want. I'm not going to go into detail. Again, I'll let you experiment, but you can actually adjust the start point and the length of the sample. Again, these are very short samples, so it's not going to make much difference. But for example, on this, let me find it. So it's a fairly long sample, so you see I've edited it using the start point. And again, the length, I can shorten it too. I can also adjust the high cut, the speed of it, just slow it right down, or speed it up. And I can show you how to do motion effects later on. So So you've completely changed the sound now using these parameter buttons. Another thing you can do is you can change the panning on the parts to make the kit sound a lot more dynamic. So you've got your bass drum in the centre, but you might want to move your snare drum slightly to the right just to separate it. Same with that, you might want to put it to the left. And again, you can just move the patterns around just to give them space in the mix. So that's really easy to remember. It's really easy, and when you save all this to a memory slot, all those changes you've made will be remembered. You can also adjust the tempo, so you can speed things up, slow things down. You've got a swing button which adds swing. There's a reverb as well. You can also reverse parts. Say you got that part there. If you want to reverse it, now it's reversed. Press function, reverse, and then the part you want. Now it's gone back. Ooh. So really easy to use, and same with adding reverb. You just do the same, reverb, and then you can add reverb to individual parts. It's as simple as that. So yeah, what we'll do now is I'll show you how to do some motion sequencing, and this is quite clever, because what you can do is you can make let me just find a suitable, let me just record that. So Now what I've done is I've used the function button and the motion sequencing key to turn motion sequencing on, because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mess around with this and go so there you go. And you can clear the motion sequencing if you don't like it by pressing the clear, and it should just stay as it is. So again, it's a very easy unit to use. Very tweakable. The samples are very tweakable. I'm not going to go into loading samples in or that kind of detail, but what I've done here is I've shown you how to very quickly, turn that off, very quickly get into your vocal sample unit and get beats in. Very, very easy, very quick to use, and a lot of fun to play around with. Hopefully this has been useful. My name's been Darren Locke. I've done a very, very quick demo tutorial on the Korg Volca sample and how to put beats in and how to tweak the various sounds, and hopefully you'll find this interesting. Thank you for watching. Only one more thing to say, and that's ta-ta.